Oh yeah, what are you trying to serve the governor?
Oh yeah. We instruct the governor. I'm from Brisbane, but wherever I go,
she goes to every
oh, I'm live streaming now.
Hello.
Just started. Yeah, so I say, well, I call out, Jeanette! I have lost confidence in the government. I instruct you to dissolve parliaments and issue the writs. I'm just reciting this for the moment. And issue the writs for fresh elections for every council and the state parliament immediately. I instruct you to coordinate with Governor-General David Hurley. I want all the documents Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the people unredacted immediately. We will be here every day until you do as instructed.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been saying around.
So that's what I do in Brisbane.
Yep.
And that's what we do in Brisbane, and we've been doing that for a year.
Yeah.
In Brisbane, at the Governor's too, Jeanette Young.
Oh, so you know Phil?
Yes.
Yeah,
you
know Phil too. Yeah. So I've done quite a bit of work with Phil in Canberra when he was there.
Right.
At the Governor General's house there with David Hurley, but yeah, so nothing happened there either. Well, we got one letter from him, but it didn't get us what we wanted. But yeah, you might be able to film there, that you can see what's going on there.
Right. Okay. So currently at Government House in Melbourne, and I'm going to instruct Linda soon. That's Jeff there from We Are Change Melbourne, and he's taking some setup shots outside Government House. And I'm just going to put this instruction back into the bag. If I can, with one hand. Alright. So yeah, in Melbourne, just before I just read the example of how we instruct in Queensland, how we instruct Jeanette Young, and plan to instruct Linda here at the gates at the Governor's in Melbourne shortly. It's Jeff of We Are Change Melbourne. He's getting harassed by police. Ready? It's Jeff of We Are Change Melbourne. Hey Jeff, I'm live streaming now. Yeah.
So we were just contacted by Protective Services. They're trying to ascertain our movements and what's taking place here today. I didn't disclose any sensitive information. He's acting under what he thinks is his authority, but usually they just try and gather as much information as possible. But we're under no obligation to disclose any details to these officers here that are operating. So he left without gathering any names or details, so that's positive. The overall manner in which he was acting was polite. There was no overbearing tactics like we've seen in the past. So far everything's cordial and everything is peaceful. Hopefully it remains that way throughout the day. So here we are at Government House. There's been several protests here in the past. People are making a strong statement that we want Parliament dissolved, and we want the documents that Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission. We want those documents released to the public unredacted, and we will keep campaigning until we can get some justice and success in that area. So I applaud everybody's efforts that's been here campaigning, putting their best foot forward and doing what's right for the country. It's very inspirational. Hopefully we get quite a large gathering here today. We need more people to show their support. Strength in numbers, and every victory counts. So yeah, it's overall it's positive today, and some people showing up it's Blue Ribbon Day here today, so there's police everywhere. They're holding a memorial for some of the fallen police that have lost their lives in their duty. So we have to remain vigilant because there is many law enforcement present here today. But we'll be coming back with further updates as the day progresses. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, we've chosen a a unique day to be here at Government House with so many police here for Blue Ribbon Day. Didn't know that was happening. Did you know?
No, it caught a few people off guard, the overwhelming police presence. It brings back a lot of nightmares of some of the tyranny that we've seen in the past. The concussion grenades, the kettling, rubber bullets, the tear gas, all the chemical agents that have been used on people. It brings back horrifying, traumatic experiences, seeing all the surveillance here, different uniforms, different officers. So yes, it's very alarming. It leads people to question how they can show their face in public after what's transpired over the last couple of years. The police brutality, it has been very excessive. They do not discriminate, attacking people of all age groups and ethnicities. It's very alarming. The whole reputation of the police force, in my opinion, has been tarnished, and it will take many years to repair, if that's even possible. So hopefully they keep their distance and stay in their area.
Yeah, and what about earlier you were telling me about the tanks?
Yes, that's right. They had military-grade tanks and armoured vehicles that were circling during the lockdowns. It was virtually like a drive-by shooting in many instances. They were seeking out anybody that wasn't wearing a mask. They were even running and gunning. And we were chased through Fitzroy Gardens at one point in time, being shot at. It sounded like loud explosions going off. And that's designed to disorientate people. And so many people, their plan was to try and split people up into groups and segregate people that way and take people out one by one. So yeah, what we've witnessed here is nothing short of a war zone here in Melbourne. So I applaud everybody that's travelling down interstate, coming here to stand in solidarity with some of us that have really been put through our paces. It's been a very traumatic time for some people. Yeah, a lot of the bad experiences stay with them. Night terrors, you name it, the anxiety, being in crowded locations. A lot of that really plays havoc on people's minds. It really has taken a serious toll. This whole Premier Dan Andrews and the dictatorship that he's been running, very Orwellian. And some people are apprehensive about turning up to protests. Others are showing bravery and courage. There's been quite a lot of display of strength on weekends here, marches and protests at Parliament House. So yeah, hopefully we can keep getting a positive response. We hope we don't witness any more police brutality like we've seen in the past, because yeah, it was truly horrendous and terrifying for many.
Yeah, incredible. And it's so incredible for me to be here in Melbourne and hear you, and to meet you first, to finally meet you, Jeff, and then to hear firsthand of your experiences, because I've been watching your videos on We Are Change Melbourne for years.
Thank you.
Brilliant work.
I really appreciate that. That's inspirational. It's wonderful to hear positive feedback. It gives people strength for the battle that lies ahead. And when you get good compliments coming through and people show, a good response, that's very promising. And yeah, hopefully we can see more people join the battle and wake up their friends and family as well. And some people, they've lived a lot of their life not really familiar with some of the corruption and some of the tyranny that's taking place. And it can be very much overwhelming, all the information that's flooding in. There's a lot to contend with for a lot of people. But yeah, You know, you just take your time and go through some of the information and try not to get too taken back by it. There's so many good people here attending protests. There's support networks. You can turn up, socialise, you can make great lifelong friends, which we've seen here. We just got a council worker here on the weed whacker. That might be drowning out the audio. But,
yeah, I think, well, we should be able to hear.
Yeah.
Hopefully, can you hear? Tell me if you can hear Jeff talking.
But appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting the great work that's being done, even from the comfort of their homes, tuning into live streams, watching the YouTube channels, liking, sharing the videos to friends, co-workers, and subscribing. Every little bit helps.
Yeah. Raymond Boyd says, "Hey, Jeff O'Toole."
Hi, Ray. Hope you're doing
Ray.
well.
Yeah.
Thanks for your comments.
Yeah, and Spirit Brendan Thompson.
Good on you, Spirit.
Yeah,
Hope
he
you're
says-
doing well, Brendan.
He says, love your work.
Yep.
Yeah, love both your work. Yeah,
Excellent.
he's great. I met him in Canberra briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
A few months
gentleman.
ago. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fabulous. And his knowledge,
Absolutely.
Brendan's knowledge is incredible.
It certainly is. There's so many people
Yeah.
with different skill sets and talents that they can bring to the table. Some people are very experienced in common law. Other people are well versed on the medical tyranny that's taking place, the suppression orders. Some people are very knowledgeable when it comes to geoengineering and studying weather patterns and formations. So there's so much that people can bring to the table. Even those with an artistic background can make signs and draw up flyers. There's really something here for everyone.
There is, and like, yeah, we're here. We are here to address the governor, of course, Linda, which we'll be doing in a little, very soon, and talk about the Freemasons.
Absolutely.
So Jeff, what do you know about the Freemasons?
Well, I've been covering that topic for a considerable amount of time, studying the whole subject at length. There is a vast network of secret societies. There's many, and Freemasonry makes up a significant portion of that. They have infiltrated every powerful position, from politics to media, right throughout banking. You go through nearly every suburb that you travel to, every town, you will find a Freemasonic lodge. And the higher you get up through the degrees, you realise it's very much Luciferian, some of the practices. And the rituals are very much satanic in practice. It's very alarming. They need to be exposed. We need to get these lodges removed and abolished. This whole practice is very archaic. And when you have judges, lawyers, politicians all linked in, that lends itself to corruption and preferential treatment for those that have been initiated. So there's many different levels of deception, all which definitely need to be exposed.
Right. And earlier you were telling me about tunnels.
Yes.
Here in Melbourne.
Absolutely. Under every capital city, you'll find an underground subterranean highway, a labyrinth of tunnels that crisscross from courthouses to government houses, hospitals, libraries, Freemason lodges, again, and other residences of interest. This is a way for them to navigate unseen and unheard of. So, yes, that's something that needs to be exposed as well. There's even been reports that children have been trafficked throughout some of these tunnels, which is something we need to focus on as well, exposing that.
Yep. Hashtag expose the 28.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, look, thank you very much
Yeah.
for today. We'll be joining back throughout as it progresses, as I said, to give any updates that transpire.
Right. Tom's just saying, is there satanic rituals in the tunnels? Have you got any idea? Have you got any knowledge on that?
There has been many people that have stepped forward to expose that. I had on the show survivor of satanic ritual abuse, Rachel Vaughan, and she gave a very compelling testimony and definitely corroborating that. That gives them a place to conduct some of these rituals out of the prying eyes of the public, So that would be an ideal place for them to do that and get away with these horrific crimes.
Yeah, because obviously in the tunnels, definitely away from the public, from the prying eyes.
Yes.
Away from phones like this.
Absolutely.
Where they can do what they want in secret, literally in secret.
Absolutely. It's utilised for a myriad of reasons, and they're all very much nefarious.
Right. Thank you, Jeff. That's fabulous.
Yes, most welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody tuning in, and well done to everybody showing up today.
Right. Excellent.
Beautiful, thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'll keep that. So that's Jeff O'Toole of We Are Change Melbourne. Jeff, where can people find you?
If you look up YouTube, We Are Change Melbourne, you can find me on there, as well as Instagram, BitChute, and Rumble, Facebook. There is a Facebook group as well, but you'll see most of the work on the YouTube channel. We're trying to navigate through the censorship and all the obstacles, but we're still there. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. We Are Change Melbourne. Great. Jeff O'Toole, great man. Yeah. Yeah. So I've been following Jeff for years now, and this is the first time today here in Melbourne that I've actually met him. So yeah, we're so pleased to meet each other and stand here at the gate, the Governor's Gate here in Melbourne. It's the Governor's Gate, Linda. So I am here to instruct the Governor. Yeah, thanks, John. Yep, stay safe. Yep. I'm not talking today. I'm not going to... I thought about, like, do I bring my I do not consent cap, but I think I just won't make myself a target, because I've seen what's happened on, with these Victorian police in the past, so I want to be here to survive another day. Yeah. So what is there anything in particular that you want to do now, Jeff, or you're right?
Yeah, I've still got a bit of an intro and then a few interviews to conduct throughout the day. So
oh, okay, yeah.
There's still a few plans on the agenda.
Okay, right. So you're right. Yep, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Cheers. All right. Yeah. So Jeff's going to be here for a bit of time. I might instruct Linda. I was to meet a couple of other ladies here, but earlier on, the roads were blocked. Roads were blocked off because there was a ceremony happening very, very close by, and the ceremony was apparently the Blue Ribbon Day. I hope you can still hear me. There's a motor mower going on with the snipper just across the way, so hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah. So the other ladies are not meeting me because they couldn't get a park and this sort of thing because of all the blocked roads and all that. Oh, John, loud and clear. Excellent, thank you. Yeah, so that's probably back to front, but I went up to see what was happening to the crowd further down the road on the way here, and it was the Blue Ribbon Day, and somebody handed me this, police officer handed me this, so I'll have a look at this later. Blue Ribbon Day, I believe, is for the fallen police who have died on the job, and if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, they had a service, and I actually filmed just a tiny bit of that on a previous live today on my way here when I was walking here trying to find Government House. So later on, go back and have a look at some of my earlier lives. My very first live today, the camera went weird and it went black, and I don't know, it got cut off, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, in Melbourne. Oh, that's right, something else that has been handed out in the Blue Ribbon Day was blue ribbons. So, so yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with that, but anyway, little souvenir from Melbourne. So yeah, I am here to instruct Linda. A couple of days ago, I instructed David Hurley on the lake in Canberra. I instructed, when going through New South Wales, I instructed the Governor, Margaret Beasley, I think her name is, from memory, yeah, I instructed her. And a day or so before that, I instructed Jeanette Young in Brisbane. So, ticking a few of the governors off the list. He's a good man. Dan has a... Tom says... Hey, Jeff. Tom says, Dan ordered that whippersnapper.
Yeah. It could have been a calculated effort to try and silence and censor us.
That's right. Noise us out. Oh, dear. So... I'm going to see if I can walk up a bit closer to instruct Linda. See how we go, hey? Stay with me. I don't know how close I can get. Just have a look up here. Government house entry. Morning. Alright, this might do. If that's alright. I think I'm on a path here. So I'll turn that around. And I think that's alright. Let's turn this up. Right. So should I, anyway, which way will I face? I should face the gates, shouldn't I? I'm going to face the gates. I'll face it here. Right. Linda, my name is Ruby. I have lost confidence in the government. I instruct you to dissolve parliaments and issue the writs for fresh elections for every council and the state parliament immediately. I instruct you to coordinate with Governor-General David Hurley. I want all the documents Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the people, unredacted, immediately. We will be here every day until you do as instructed. How's that? Whippersnapper still going on over there. Maybe I'll do it again later when the whippersnapper's not going on. But anyway, I did it. Please watch it over there. Yeah. So, yeah, in Melbourne. I'm in Melbourne today. Melbourne at Government House. So, apparently Dan ordered these, Daniel Andrews allegedly ordered these whippersnappers. Allegedly. Noisy buggers, hey. Noisy. Another one down there. On a Thursday morning. Oh dear. Selfie shot, hair sticking up. Yeah, so there we go. Alright, I might leave it at that for now. Thank you very much for being here. Go and instruct your governor. I might come back on in a little bit. We'll just see what's happening. Yep. Go and ask, hold on, Raven says go and ask Vic-Pol if they are aware of it. Aware of exactly what, Raymond? Aware of, what are we talking about? Hold on, Jacob says, hi Rubes. G'day Jacob. Storm the gates, Ruby, Tom says. Yeah, right. Get the naughty Nana in the gates. Oh dear, yeah. John Wells says maybe Phil could wear that police ribbon. That's a good thought. Yeah, what else have we got? Tom asked, what about lizard people? Yeah, I don't know about that. Inciting, are we? Inciting what? Yeah, nah. Just a throwaway comment. For some context, Adelaide's saying, for some context, holding your finger up in the air like they do in Canberra. I don't think they know it's a Freemason sign. It's the Freemason sign. I think they need to do some more research before doing that stuff to contradict everything that they're saying against. So what are you saying, that, you know, when they're playing We're Still Here and they've got hands like that, is that Freemason? No. Like you, like there's so many hand signals and things, like surely some of them are just normal. I don't know, like when they're playing We're Still Here, I find that really, really powerful. Really powerful. Raymond says what you're reading out. Okay, hold on. Well, yeah, okay. Fair comment, Raymond. But my philosophy, as much as possible, is to not speak to police. I do appreciate your thought and your comment there, but yeah, generally I don't pay attention to police and I try not to engage. So yeah, I won't be asking that question. Other people who do want to speak to police and whatever, they can do that. But yeah, thanks for that. David's saying the sign of preservation, I think. Sign of preservation. Preservation. Can you elaborate a little bit more, David, on what you mean by a sign of preservation? Preservation of what? Anything in particular? Preservation of ourselves, of society? I'm not quite sure. Jeff's asking the whippersnipper guys what time they're going on lunch, because Jeff of We Are Change, he makes professional videos and he has thousands of followers, and yeah, I'm guessing he would prefer to make his videos without all the whippersnipper in the background. Yeah, whereas me, I'm just filming away anyway. Oh, there they go, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. Yeah, so anyway, it's live from Government House here in Melbourne. Melbourne, that's the gates behind me. And we're still here. All right, I'll leave that for now. Thank you. Please share these videos and stand at your governors where you can, whatever state you can, and instruct them, tell them to do their job. Yeah. And of course in Brisbane, the crews stand 10 a.m. every Monday and every Saturday at Government House, 168 Fernberg Road, Paddington in Brisbane. So if you're in Brisbane, join them there. There's intermediate stands here in Melbourne. In Canberra, the crew, the Warrior crew, the Freedom Front crew, they stand every single day in Canberra, and they have stood every single day in Canberra. They meet around about 8:30, typically around about 8:30 in the Rocks, the National Rock Gardens car park, where they have barbecue breakfast, and then they make the pilgrimage towards the lake, which is about a 10-minute walk towards the edge of the lake. That overlooks the Governor-General David Hurley's, and they have their address. They instruct Governor-General about 10 a.m. every single day. So yeah, wherever you are, go and instruct your governor. Anyway, thank you. See you later, alligator. Stand by. If there's anything else, I'll come back on. So yep. Stay tuned.